Hey, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, August 23rd, 2016. My name is Cliff Backus, and this is your pushbuttonstocktrading.com daily video market review. Let's get started by taking a quick look at the NASDAQ composite. But before we do that, stocks closed mixed on weak trading volume yesterday. The S&P 500 closed down 0.06% at 2182, but closed near the top of its daily trading range, which is bullish. The NASDAQ advanced 0.12% to finish at 5244. It also closed at the top of its daily trading range. Both the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 continue to struggle with recent resistance areas. For the NASDAQ, that's in the 5232 area. For the S&P, in the 2175 range. Our market timing model on both the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 is on a buy signal. A buy signal indicates that both aggressive and conservative traders can buy, but we shouldn't be increasing margin at this point. Investors.com is indicating a confirmed uptrend in the market with 5 distribution days on both the S&P and the NASDAQ. Our count is lower as, according to our rules, we lost a distribution day on both the NASDAQ and the S&P due to age. That noted, distribution is a concern for the bulls. Too much distribution over a short period of time can indicate an uptrend is in trouble. Advancing issues barely edged decliners yesterday. New highs bettered new lows, but the margin's slimming, and our new high, new low indicators switched to a sell signal on the market. While the new high, new low indicator is typically one of the first to signal a change in market direction, it's often premature and subject to false signals. Small capitalization stocks bettered large yesterday and continue to outperform on a 10-day moving average basis. The bulls prefer to see small caps outperform. We remain on a buy signal on both the S&P and the NASDAQ. Both continue to struggle with significant resistance levels. Until we decisively put that resistance behind us, it's hard to make an extremely bullish case for this market. We're overdue for a correction, but for now, we'll watch and wait for the market to pick a direction. Traders can be fully invested, but as always, should have their stops in place and current. Yesterday, the NASDAQ was up 6.22 points, or 0.12%. We closed at 5244, and we recaptured resistance right here in the 5232 area. We closed right at the top of our daily trading range, which should make the bulls happy. Trading volume yesterday was below the prior day and well below average. For you followers of William O'Neill, we are in a confirmed uptrend. We have been since June 30th. And we have 4 distribution days in the past month. Note that we lost this distribution day due to age. The older distribution gets, the less relevant it is, and so we stopped counting it after a month. 4 distribution days still is a lot of distribution, but the way that they're spaced and the fact that they're not clustering recently is less of a concern. Our market timing model is on a buy signal. Right now, the NASDAQ is bracketed by support resistance down here, or up here in the 5232 area, and has been trading in this really kind of tight range for the past 3 weeks. We'll watch to see which direction the NASDAQ wants to break out of that trading range, and that's probably going to be the direction of the immediate trend anyway. Let's take a look at what the S&P 500's up to. Yesterday, the S&P closed down 1.23 points, or 0.06%. We closed at 2182, held above this support resistance area in the 2175 area. Trading volume was below the prior day and was significantly below average. The S&P is in a confirmed uptrend, and we have 4 distribution days. Like the NASDAQ, we lost this distribution day due to age, and so we're only showing 4 distribution days. They're well spaced and aren't clustering recently. And so distribution really isn't as much of a concern here as it could be. Our market timing model on the S&P is on a buy signal, and the S&P has support resistance here in the 2175 area. We have been in a very tight trading range on the S&P for about 5 weeks now. We'll watch to see which direction we break out of this tight trading range, and that's probably going to be the immediate term trend in the market. Before we go, I want to talk a little bit about position trading. Position trading typically utilizes a 7-week or longer setup based on a very specific set of top-down fundamental and technical criteria that begin by identifying the state of our market timing model. Our market timing model has 4 primary signals: margin, buy, don't buy, and sell. In position trading, our targets are typically going to be a minimum 20% profit with an 8% initial stop loss and a 15% trailing stop. Position trading selections come from our universal watch list. Typically, position trades last from a week to a year and require strict adherence to our rule sets. We currently hold 6 position trades. The first, Line Corporation, is a Japanese-based provider of a networking platform for mobile messaging, communication services, and content distribution. Basically, it's the Facebook of Japan. We added Line when it broke out of this IPO base with a $44.49 pivot point. Next we have Alibaba. Alibaba is a Hong Kong-based provider of online and mobile retail marketplaces. Basically, it's the Amazon of China. We added Alibaba to our position trading portfolios when it broke out of this cup with handle base in the $85 area. We didn't actually add it to our position holdings until this move right here because we were waiting for it to report earnings, and so we bought this gap. Next we have Acia. Acia broke out of this IPO base at $43.10. It immediately fell back into the base and actually triggered a stop loss. We bought it again when it broke above the IPO base in the 43.10 area, and we continue to hold it. Acia develops high-speed interconnected modules for cloud infrastructure operations and communication service providers. Next we have MaxLinear. MaxLinear broke out of this first stage base way back here. You just see the edge of it, and then immediately fell back into that base, and we were stopped out of the position. MaxLinear reported earnings, came back, tested its 200-day moving average in the 1734 area, and that's where we picked up the position. MaxLinear provides radio frequency, analog, and mixed signal integrated circuits used in communication and video display over broadband networks. Next we have ZBH, or Zimmer Bionet Holdings, which develops orthopedic and dental reconstructive implants, trauma products, and related surgical products. We added Zimmer when it broke out of this first stage base at $123.43. And the last stock I want to talk about is Edwards Lifesciences. Edwards Lifesciences broke out of this second stage base when it reported earnings. We weren't able to get into the stock at that point, but it then put in this nice 3 weeks tight pattern. 3 weeks tight is typically an add-on pattern, which means that we don't typically buy it unless we already have a position. But because we weren't able to get into the initial position in Edwards Lifesciences, we used this as an opportunity to get into the stock yesterday. We had an entry point of 117.46. For more information on position trading or a copy of our rule sets, please contact me. My contact information is on the homepage. That's about all I have for today. If you want to talk about any of the stocks mentioned today or any of our market strategies, please feel free to give me a call, drop me an email, or make an appointment come by the office, see what we're up to. Contact information is on the home page. Please take a minute to go to our subscription page and subscribe to Push Button Stock Trading. You can also follow us on Twitter at PushButtonStock. Again, my name is Cliff Backus. That's your daily video market review. Have a safe and profitable day. Keep your stops in place, and I will see you again tomorrow. Please stay tuned for our important disclaimers. All the best. Disclaimers. Push Button Stock Trading Video Market Review is produced and edited by Clifford B. Backus. Mr. Backus is a Senior Vice President of Investments, Technical Analyst, Portfolio Manager, and Partner with the investment firm of Ohannes & Liqueurs, Incorporated. Video Market Review is produced solely for the benefit of our clients, friends, and colleagues. Anything written, stolen, and/or plagiarized in this publication is done without malice. Further, the analysis and opinions expressed in this publication are strictly those of the editor and not of Ohannes & Liqueurs, Incorporated, its affiliates, subsidiaries, or any of the officers or employees of Ohannes & Liqueurs, Inc. On that note, we submit the following. The analysis, calculations, and evaluations presented herein are based on data and assumptions Ohannes & Liqueurs, Incorporated believes to be accurate. Ohannes & Liqueurs, Incorporated makes no representation that such analysis or calculations are accurate or that such valuations represent levels at which actual trades may occur. This report has been prepared from original sources, except where otherwise noted, and data we believe to be reliable. Ohannes & Liqueurs, Inc., its affiliates and subsidiaries, and/or their officers and employees or their families may from time to time acquire, hold, or sell a position in the securities mentioned herein. Moreover, opinions may differ from one entity to the next. If we are used in connection with the purchase or sale of any security discussed in this report, we may act as principal for our own account or as agent for both the buyer and the seller. Push Button Stock Trading is dedicated to the education of friends, clients, and paid subscribers. Push Button Stock Trading is an information service only. The information provided herein is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell stocks of any kind. Push Button Stock Trading is created to aid subscribers in making informed investment decisions based wholly or in part on technical analysis. It's possible that at this time or some subsequent date, the editors of Push Button Stock Trading may own, buy, or sell the investments presented. All investors should consult a qualified professional before making any investment. The information provided has been obtained from sources deemed to be reliable, but it is not guaranteed as to the accuracy or completeness. The editors of Push Button Stock Trading make every effort to provide timely information to subscribers, but cannot guarantee specific delivery times due to factors beyond our control.